Namaste. Welcome to Glow Live. I'm Ivorie. I'm going to guide you through your practice today. We've got 30 minutes, and it's a 30-minute feel-good flow. I do realize that feel good is a subjective phrase, so what feels good to me may not necessarily feel good to you. So I really want to empower you to ignore me if you need to, if something does not feel good, and make sure you're just listening to the cues of your body for what does feel good. But let's get started. I've got 2 blocks here, and you can just put those 2 blocks to either side of the top of your mat. And we're going to come and start in Vajrasana, sitting the hips on the heels. Now, if you're someone who Vajrasana just already, you're like, Ivorie, this is supposed to be a feel-good class. This doesn't feel good. You can grab one of those blocks and place it in between the ankles. Sit here, okay? And if you don't need that, we won't be here too long, maybe about a minute or so. But just bring that other block back to the top of the mat. All right, from here, roll your shoulders on your back. Stand up tall through the spine, and let's start to breathe. Inhale, belly, ribs, and chest. Open mouth. Exhale, sigh the breath out. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhaling, a little fuller this time. Pause for a beat, and then open the mouth. Exhale. Until you find empty. 1 more, biggest breath you've taken today. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Pause. And release the breath. Seal your lips, let the breath come in and out through your nose now, and blink the eyes open if they were closed. From here, we'll take our hands to our thighs, palms facing down, and we'll start a few rounds of cow and cat. So inhale through the nose, you arch your back, the elbows pull back. Exhale, you press the skin of the thighs forward and round. Let's do 3 more rounds like that. Inhale, the cow back. Exhale, the cat back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Come back to neutral spine. Take your right fingertips off to the right, off the mat. Left fingertips to the sky. You'll drop your right palm down. Start to push the palm into the earth so you get some leverage to be able to bow the left side of your body into a lateral bend. Try to spin the pinky finger side of your arm into your face so you feel the reach from the hip crease all the way out of that left pinky finger. And then from here, you'll drop your gaze down. Just take this through the right corner all the way to the middle, and then roll yourself back up. We repeat to the left hand to the earth. Press down through the left palm and bow the right side of the body. Breathe as you spin your right pinky fingertip in. Good. And then drop the face. You'll go through the left corner all the way around to the center. Let's do that 1 more time. Inhale, side bend. Exhale through the center. To the left, inhale. Exhale through the center. From here, you're going to stand up on your shins, reach the arms up, hook the thumbs. Try to pull the thumbs apart so you feel your collarbones widen. And then step the right foot forward. Good. Inhale, lengthen and lift through the side waist. And then on the exhale, you're going to twist towards the right. And you don't have any leverage for this twist. So it may not be the deepest twist that you know that you can go. Just make peace with how far your spine can rotate. And then let's separate the arms forward and back. Look at your left palm, flip it up. Take your right palm to your sacrum, right where your spine meets your pelvis. Drag your sacrum down and start to press your pelvis forward as you peek up to the left fingertips and take a back bend. 1 more deep breath in as you reach a little further back. And then exhale into a low lunge twist. Left hand down to the earth. Tuck the back toes. And we'll straighten the back leg as you separate your arms 12 and 6. Widen your right foot as much as you need so it feels good and your pelvis has a lot of room here. And then let's reach the right arm forward, down, back, and around. There's 3 big circles here. Good. One more. Next time you reach the arm forward, it's going to touch the floor. Grab your brick and place it to the outside of your right foot. The other brick outside of the other side of your right foot, so the bricks frame your feet. And then inhale, reach your heart forward as you begin to drive your back heel down. Exhale, straighten both legs as much as is possible and just fold and drape over that front leg. Try to suck the right hip crease back and roll the left hemisphere of the pelvis forward any amount. And then we will go dynamically between the lunge and this shape. So inhale into a low lunge, pull the heart through. And then exhale back into Parsvottanasana. Let the spine undulate forward and undulate back. One more time, lunge. We'll pause in the lunge. Just move the bricks back off to the side. Plant the palms flat. Step your right foot to meet your left foot. You're in a plank. Take a breath in. Drop your knees. We're going to take Ashtanga Namaskar today. So little tilt of your sitting bones to the sky. Bend your elbows. Drop just your chest and your chin. So Ashtanga means 8. You got 8 points on the floor. 2 hands, 2 feet, 2 knees, a chin and a chest. Drop your pelvis forward, untuck your toes, pull your heart through, inhale. Just a baby cobra. Press right back to child's pose. Exhale. Take a breath in child's. And then roll up to sit in Vajrasana once again. This time, take your right fingertips slightly behind you. Take that same side bend, but a little more towards the back corner. Press down through the fingertips and start to thrust your pelvis up and forward to increase the stretch in the upper body. And then sit the hips down. You go through the midline, same thing to the other side. Left fingertips behind you. Lift up, breath in. And then exhale, sit back down. Let's do it one more time, either side on the breath. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sit. Inhale, lift. And exhale, sit. Come back through midline as you stand on your shins. Hook the thumbs and step your left foot forward. Pull the thumbs apart, widen the collars, lift the sides of the waist out of the pelvis. And then you're going to twist to the left. Separate the arms, front and back. Look at your right palm, flip it. And then take your left hand to your sacrum. Drag it down like you're moving your pelvis away from your low back as you lift up and press the pelvis forward. Breath in here. Low lunge twist. Tuck the back toes. Lift the back knee and widen your left foot as much as you need. 3 big circles of your left arm forward, down, and around. Let your vision go along for the ride of the circles. Next time that arm reaches forward, grab the brick on the left side and the brick for the right side. Good. Shorten your stance so you find Parsvottanasana. Reach your heart forward. Inhale, almost like you're doing cobra. Keep the length you found as you fold and bow over. Left hemisphere of the pelvis moves back. Right hemisphere forward. And then we bend and straighten. Inhale, lunge, wiggle the right toes back, pull the heart through. Exhale, straighten. That back heel doesn't have to touch the floor. It probably won't. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. One more. Inhale, forward and pause. Slip the bricks off to the side. We'll meet in plank. Inhale in a nice strong plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. So your butt does stay up in the air. Drop the pubic bone, pull the heart through. Inhale, cobra. And then press back to child's pose. Exhale. Take a breath in and a breath out. And keep going. Roll yourself back up. Good. From here, same thing. Right fingertips slightly behind you. You lift the pelvis. And then sit the hips back down, other side. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sit. Take both fingertips behind your toes. Fingertips press forward. Good. And then from here, just a little, like a mini Ustrasana. And then lower down. Stand on your shins. Reach the arms up. Good. Step your right foot forward. This time without hooking the thumbs, just go right into the twist. Right palm goes to the sacrum. Look forward to the left hand. As you go up and back, can you let your left hand move down so it's more towards your thigh? And then press your thigh bone forward as you reach back. Low lunge twist. Inhale. This time, just one circle of the arm, forward, down, and around. And then we'll meet back into that Parsvottanasana. Use the bricks if you need. Halfway lift, inhale. Listen up, go right back to your low lunge twist. Exhale. Look down at the left fingertips and come on the fingertips. Tent them. Squeeze your inner thighs together, and we're going to windmill, left arm forward, up, around, and we land in warrior two. We're just going to pass through some shapes here. Reverse warrior. Once you get to the apex of reverse, straighten your front leg, reverse Trikonasana. Right into Trikonasana, right hand to shin. Reach the left arm forward, turn your pelvis forward, spin on the ball of the back foot, and then you're going to step your back foot to your front foot. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold over your legs, exhale. Please bend the knees quite a bit. Interlace the fingers behind your back. Notice which thumb is on top. And then point the elbows straight up to the sky and start to lift the heads of the shoulders away from the floor. Reach the knuckles up. Bend your left knee a whole lot. Let your knuckles fall to the left and your gaze goes to the right. So you're opening the front of that right shoulder. Switch to the other side. Bend the right knee. Knuckles fall to the right. The gaze goes to the left. Back through center. Keep pulling the knuckles up, but begin to bend your knees and come to a flat back Utkatasana with the knuckles pulling you back. Feel your feet dragging the mat apart. One more deep breath in. And then you'll stand. The knuckles now pull straight down and pull you into a little chest opener. Collarbones go wide. Good. Lift yourself upright. Release the clasp. Circle the arms up to the sky. Breath in. Fold over the legs, breath out. Halfway lift, inhale. Please step right foot and then left foot to down dog. From down dog, glide forward to plank, inhale. Knees, chest, chin, exhale. Elbows hug the sides of the waist. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, child's pose. Take a breath in. Roll yourself up to sit and Vajrasana, breath out. Good. Left hand to the left. Inhale. Thrust your pelvis up and forward. Sit it back down. Other side. Inhale. And down. Fingertips behind you. Roll the shoulders on your back just like you did when we were clasping the hands. And begin to thrust your pelvis up. And down. We'll take one more like this. Keep gazing down the midline of your body so you see your pelvis move forward. And then lower. Stand on the shins as you lift. Step your left foot forward. Twist to the left. Look at the right hand, left hand to your sacrum. Slip that left hand down your thigh as you start to go up and back. Low lunge twist. Big circle of the left arm forward, down and around. And then we meet in that Parsvottanasana. Halfway lift, look forward and return to your lunge. Left arm up. Peek down to the right fingertips. Come on the right fingertips. Find your balance by hugging your outer hips in. Inhale, reach the right arm forward as you come upright. And then windmill everything open, warrior two. Reverse warrior, inhale. Trikonasana. Or Trikonasana, exhale. Full Trikonasana, inhale. Circle the arm forward, down and around. Square your pelvis and your shoulders. Spin on the ball of the back foot and step your back foot to your front foot. Halfway lift. And fold. Interlace the fingers. Opposite thumb and pinky on top this time. Good. Retract the shoulder heads. Elbow tips lift up as you reach the knuckles to the sky. Bend the right knee, gaze to the left. Pull left shoulder open. Return to center, inhale. Exhale, gaze to the right. Inhale, back to center. Bend your knee, sit back to that flat back Utkatasana. As you reach your knuckles back, where's your belly? Is it lifting or spilling? Could you lift it more? And then come to standing, the knuckles point down, and you keep reaching them down the backs of your legs to open your upper chest. Good. Come back upright. Sweep the arms to the sky. Breath in. Fold over the legs. Breath out. Halfway lift. Inhale. Step to down dog. Left foot, then the right foot. Glide to plank. Inhale. Knees, chest, chin. Exhale. Cobra pose. Inhale. Return to child's pose. Exhale. Good. From here, return right back to downward facing dog and lift your right leg up to the sky. Nice. Bend that right knee, open the hip, let the toes fall to the left. Really drive your left heel down and try to rotate the left hemisphere of your pelvis back to the wall behind you. Maybe you peek underneath that right arm. From here, square off the pelvis as you extend your right leg. Exhale, knee to nose, and you'll step your right foot to your right thumb tip. From here, we're going to come back to the Parsvottanasana shape. So step your back foot forward. You got a pyramid shape with the legs. I want you to open your right foot all the way to the right edge of your mat. Take your brick. Let's place it on its highest setting or maybe medium setting for today, all the way to the left side of the mat. Okay, so a block on the left edge, your pinky toe side of the foot on the right edge. Plant your left palm on that brick. Bring your right hand to your hip crease and then reach your heart forward like you're doing Ardha Uttanasana. From here, I want you to bump your hips to the right and lean your left hand into the brick and begin to open into twisted Trikonasana. And I know what you're thinking, Ivorie, you're letting my hips move out to the side. Yes, I want this posture to be a little more effortless today. So this is the twist that I usually take with my pregnant ladies when they've got a big belly, but we still want to get a chest opener, right? But you don't want to impinge the belly. And it's also just a lot easier on the sacrum area. So let the hips swing to the right. Press through the left hand. Draw your left shoulder blade down your back. And use your bottom shoulder blade to spin your heart, your throat, your vision to the sky. Circle the right arm forward, down and around. Just take 2 more big circles like that. Now you could hug your outer right hip in towards the midline, right? Squeeze your inner thighs together. That's actually really nice for the sacrum area as well, just to find some stabilization. Reach that right arm up. 1 more breath. Good. From here, we come back into a lunge. Let's step the right foot back, downward facing dog, and we'll do that to the other side. Left leg up. Bend the left knee, open the hip. So the right outer hip rotates back. Drive your right heel down, even if you need to bend your right knee and peek underneath that left armpit. Breath in and a breath out. Straighten your left leg to the sky, inhale, and then step left foot, left thumb tip. Use your core to step it forward. Then from here, we come to the pyramid shape. So shorten the stance so you can seal the back heel flat. Take your block, high, medium, or low. I suggest high or medium for today just because we're trying to keep it easy. Widen your left foot all the way left, the brick all the way right. And then from here, bring your left hand to your left hip crease. Reach your heart forward like you're doing Ardha Uttanasana. Pour the weight into the right hand. Let your hips bump towards the left and begin to open your chest, stacking your 2 arms towards 12 and 6 o'clock. And just feel how much chest opening you get, how wide the collarbones are. And that's really because we're letting the hips just kind of do as they please. Reach the left arm forward, down and around. 3 nice big circles. And again, let your head and your vision go along for the ride of these circles. So it's a full upper body experience. You can start to bump your left hip back towards the midline. Keep pressing your right hand down. Let's pause, both arms 12 and 6 o'clock, and just draw the right shoulder blade out of your back. Good. Keep pressing the right hand down and starting to spin your belly, your chest, your throat, your gaze to the sky, hugging the inner thighs together. 1 more breath. And good. And then from here, we'll come both hands to the earth. Shift the right block out, off to the side. Listen up. We're going to meet in Malasana. Right foot, step it forward. Turn the toes out, heels in. Bring the heels as close as they can be together as you sit your pelvis down, and keep your heels grounded. If it's really hard to keep the heels grounded, you could roll up the backside of your mat, slip it underneath your heels. You could also take one of these bricks, sit on the brick. Okay, wiggle your rib cage down in between the thighs, press your palms together, And then let your thumbs move towards the heart space, right at the sternum. And see if you can widen your collarbones here. Lift your sternum. And just find your eyes to an imaginary horizon line. Good. We'll take 2 more deep breaths in and out. 1 more. And then from here, let's take the hands behind the pelvis. We're going to pass through Navasana. So just sit your butt down, bring your feet together in front of you, grab the backs of the thighs, and lift the feet. We can stay in the supported Navasana if you like. Do try to tip your pelvis forward so you get more of an anterior tilt in the pelvis, and then hug your navel in towards your spine. If you can, let the legs go. If you can't, no worries. If you're feeling really feisty, maybe you straighten your legs. Scoop your belly out, and we're going to lower down nice and slow all the way to the floor. Let's do it in 5, in 4, in 3, 2, and 1. Lower all the way down. Good. From here, bend your knees. Put your feet flat onto the floor. Nice. And we'll cross the right ankle over the left knee. So figure 4 shape. Grab the back of the left thigh. You've done this a bunch of times, so you know the deal. Notice what your pelvis does, how it likes to... It's like the body has these release valves in which they try to get out of feeling the fullness of the pose, especially if you are tighter. So just notice if the left hip hikes up, if your knees are kind of falling to the right and your feet are going to the left. Yeah, and could you roll the left side of your pelvis down to the floor so that both sides of the pelvis are as equal as they can be for today. And then just breathe. 5 more breaths in. Pull on the breath out. A gentle tug of that left leg closer to you. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more. In. One more deep breath in. Good. And a breath out. Listen up. I want you to keep the figure 4 shape. Release the back of the left thigh and place the left foot onto the floor. We're going to make robot arms. So the fingertips reach straight up and the wrists are right on top of the elbows. You got 90-degree angles here. Press down through the left foot pretty strongly and drag these right toes in the direction of the right knee, just so your legs are pretty active and there's some intelligence around them. Let out an exhale as you ground through the left foot. And then I want you to bridge your pelvis up and see if you can keep both hemispheres of the pelvis in line with one another, right? So what's going to want to happen is this right hip wants to droop. Don't let it. Press through your left foot even more strongly as you press both sides of your pelvis up. And then reach the arms forward, flip the palms to face down, wiggle your shoulders under. See if you can drive the left heel further down and lift the pelvis up any amount. Good. Just kind of stabilizing your pelvis here. One more deep breath in. Both feet flat onto the earth. Feel both feet heavy and anchored, and then see if you could lift up a little higher. And you'll find that you've got more space to go up like this. Good. And then we'll lower down nice and slow. So see if you can articulate upper back, middle. Really tuck your tailbone. So the tailbone is the very last thing to lower. And then move into an anterior tilt where you drop your tailbone even further. Your pubic bone moves forward. And there's a nice big arch underneath your low back. Come back to neutral spine. Left ankle over right knee. Yes. And then grab the back of the right thigh. Check in for the release valves that your body so cleverly tries to find so that it can get out of really feeling the full sensation. Since you're pulling your legs towards you, your tailbone's going to want to lift up and go along for the ride of the pull into you. There's always a part of the pose that doesn't want to go, or that shouldn't want to go, I should say. And that's your anchor. So could your tailbone be the part it's like it's resisting the pose? And that actually gives me a lot more sensation in my left outer hip. 2 more. Deep breath in. Roll that tailbone down as you pull the right knee into your chest. Breath out. 1 more. Inhale. Pull, pull, pull. Exhale. Keep the figure 4 shape, but release the right sole of the foot to the earth. Robot those arms. And as you robot, press the elbow tips down and see if even here you can wiggle your scapula into the midline. Let out an exhale as you ground through your right foot. And then see if you can lift both sides of the pelvis up equally as you come into this one-legged bridge. Good. And peek down. Look at this, 2 sides of your pelvis. You can even bring your fingertips to your ASIS and make sure that the left hip is really in line with the right. Good. Drive your right heel down into the mat. See if you can lift that right butt cheek up a little more. Just firm the butt cheek towards the bones of the pelvis. Good. Both feet down. And now from here, drive both heels down into the earth. Hug the inner knees in, roll the inner thighs down. Reach the arms forward, and let's interlace the hands underneath the back for the full bridge. Good. Karate chop your upper arm bones down. Nice. Feel your heels now pressing forward in space to move your chest towards your chin. Back of the skull, press it down. Chin moves straight up to the sky. Stay for 3. Stay for 2. Stay for 1. Slowly lower, articulating upper spine, middle. Really tuck the tailbone. And lower. Good. Take your arms to a soft cactus, or maybe it's more like a W shape. Widen your feet so that they go as wide as your mat. And then just let your knees windshield wiper from side to side. And the knees don't have to go all the way down to the floor, right? Sometimes I find that just going halfway is plenty for my pelvis at the time. But if it feels good for them to go all the way down to the floor, then you could. Good. Let your head go in the opposite direction of your knees for the last couple rounds. And then we'll return back to center. Heel toe the feet together. Pull your right knee into your chest. Give it a squeeze. Left leg long. And let's take a simple twist. If you have those 2 blocks, they can be really nice to let your right knee drop down onto one of the blocks, especially if for your body type, the knee doesn't fall all the way down to the floor. And that's usually the case for most of us. It's either the knee is all the way down and the right shoulder is up, or the right shoulder is all the way down and the knee is up, right? And you can find some sort of balance between those two depending on where you need your twist, whether it's more in the upper chest, more in the middle back. The lower spine doesn't really twist. It doesn't twist, actually. The twist in our spine always is coming from the middle back and really the upper back. And we kind of found that today in the twisted Trikonasana, when we let our hips sway out to the side, and then we got to open the chest a whole lot. 1 more breath in and out. Good. Return to center. You can put your feet flat on the floor. Just lift the hips up and down so you get everything back to neutral. And repeat all that to the other side. Left knee in. Let it fall across your body. Set up the block on the right side if that was helpful. Left arm either go straight out or into a 90-degree angle shape. And then just play with drawing the knee down, letting the left shoulder lift, or anchoring the left shoulder and letting the left knee lift. How are you feeling? Hopefully you're feeling good. Release your twist. Good. And then let's find Shavasana. So you can do Shavasana one of 2 ways. We've got these 2 bricks. Maybe place some medium setting right underneath your thighs, kind of the middle, widest part of your thighs. And that'll create a bolster-like feeling. And that can be really nice for elevating the thigh bones and just letting your pelvis be heavy. You could also take the soles of the feet together, let the knees open, and then place the bricks to the outside of the knees. Let's let the bricks be on their medium settings, or maybe even their highest settings. So it's less about the stretch and more about allowing the pelvis to rest. Hands can go anywhere that feel good for you. Wiggle the shoulders under the back. Rock your head from side to side and find a spot for your head and neck that is easy. Easy jaw, easy eyes. And just giving yourself this time to allow all of those postures, all of the twists, the lateral bends, the forward bends, the back bends to settle in. And then how those postures affect you and your endocrine system, the hormones that they just turned on, secreting feel good hormones all the way through your body, just affecting your chemistry in a good way. If you have time to stay another 90 seconds, 2 more minutes, then I encourage you to stay. If this is the end of the line for you, I want to thank you for joining me. Thank you for flowing with me. I hope you feel better than when you first started. Light within me honors that within you. Om Shanti. Namaste.